Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to talk today about the nightmare of metronidazole toxicity. I bring this up now because I have symptoms of a UTI, and as we all know, we would love to stay away from antibiotics for the rest of our lives, except for when we have to actually use them again for an infection we were not planning on. I'm like, seriously, that is part of the nightmare of this toxicity, is worrying about future infections like dental work, surgeries, car accidents, anything that might like slice you open and you need some antibiotics to like fix you up and prevent any infection. So that's where I'm always scared, because I don't want, there's certain antibiotics you can't take anymore, and I don't want to have a reaction again to them. So I was given macrobid, which is a nitrogen-based antibiotic, and that kind of falls under the same family, but not necessarily the same family, just that it has a nitrogen in it, and metronidazole is made out of nitrogen. So can't take that, so I'm going to have to go back tomorrow and ask for K-Flex or something, or amoxicillin or something that can help get rid of this. I also wanted to talk about like symptoms more to a T here than I have before, because I've experienced a lot of symptoms. So let's just start with my eyes. Alright, so I wrote everything down here. I've had visual snow, image burns. I don't know, there's a scientific name for it, but image burns where like you like looking in the sun and you see the shape of the sun in your eye for a long time. That after metronidazole, but with everything you're looking at, double vision, involuntary eye movements, and light sensitivity. And then for my brain, I've had memory issues, anxiety, depression, brain fog, headaches, boat-like dizziness, even like walking issues. Like there's 2 points where I've like literally forgotten how to walk. It is just for a split second, and it's only happened twice, but it's usually when I'm like in the worst of my symptoms. That was like right after metronidazole, and then another time when I was trying to detox. Period. And then sensory processing issues, motion sickness, fatigue, and then body symptoms. I've had kidney pain, especially on the left side, acid pee, UTI sensations, muscle spasms and cramps, heart palpitations, acid veins. It feels like acid running through my veins, and then my veins would be breaking. That was horrifying. I hated that the most. But I mean, I hate the neurological stuff the most, but I definitely don't like veins breaking in my leg. Joint pain, breathlessness. I hate the breathlessness too. Itching, nerve damage and pain, especially after having this toxicity. Anytime I'm exposed to chemicals or eat sugar, or if I don't take the magnesium and B1, my nerve pain on the right side starts to flare up, and my face, my arm start to go numb. Even my dizziness gets worse, so I'm trying to figure out like how much the dizziness is due to like vitamin B1 deficiency in the toxicity, or like a blood-brain barrier issue. And then histamine issues. Dude, we have like, I say dude because I'm like connecting with my audience. So, because I know a lot of you watching reacted to metronidazole too. So, yeah, histamine issues. I have pretty much like histamine intolerance. Now that I'm like trying to really focus on that, I'm going to try a low histamine diet to calm down the mast cells that metronidazole or any toxicity seems to trigger. And then, of course, like, I'm getting gout too. Gout in my like toes. And that's off and on. So yeah, a lot of bullshit. Yeah, and I'm sure there's other things that I've experienced that I haven't even put on here. But yeah, it's just like the lack of like support and understanding is also part of that nightmare. Not being able to work or participate in life. It's like every single moment is tainted with this toxicity. Literally, since I've taken it. Every moment. It's just like, oh yeah, and depersonalization. I should, let's add that to the list. Yeah, everything has been tainted, and that's what sucks the most. So, I just wanted to express that on here. I know that your body can only express itself in so many different ways. So it's just like, if you think about it, a lot of people who are diagnosed with MS, they could literally fall in the same category as someone who is vitamin B12 deficient. But the difference is, one, you'll see the vitamin deficiency of B12 on blood work, where the other, you'll have a bunch of lesions on your brain. So it's just like, in a way, your body has only so many ways of like expressing itself, especially neurologically. Someone even made in a video, when you're like vitamin B1 deficient, it's almost like experiencing mercury poisoning, but at least you're not going to die from it. But you could die from like vitamin 1 deficiency. But it seems with like metronidazole, it just kind of fucks up your brain. And in a way too, it's kind of like a concussion or a chemical injury to the brain. So then again, how much can we detox out? How much is stored in our fat cells or in our brain, and how much of it is just a lingering symptom of brain damage, chemical brain damage? So do we just have to rewire our brains at this point? That's just questions that always ruminate in people's minds too when they get this toxicity. It's just like, there's so many things to focus on and figure out. So, alright, well, hope that helps some of you out there experiencing the same symptoms as me. So stay strong, guys. We will get through this.